Hey guys, James here with Detailed Image. Today we are checking out the Detail Factory's new glass towel. Right out of the gate, very cool packaging. All their packaging is really on point, which is cool. All these are individually sealed, or I shouldn't say individually, but they're all clean room pre-laundered, so they're to minimize dust and all that kind of stuff, which is really cool. But let's give it an open. So, again, kind of like right out of the gate, it is unlike most glass towels that I've seen. I actually pulled a glass towel that we use in the shop primarily, and like, look at that difference. I mean, the thickness and the Detail Factory's glass towel has this like crazy ruffly kind of weave going on that is supposed to help absorb more water and kind of cut and remove as much of that grease and grime that is on glass. So we're gonna put this thing to the test, but very cool. Haven't seen a glass towel like this. The other side is more of that traditional kind of really short nap kind of glass cleaning type towel that we're used to. And then obviously on this side, we have that kind of like ruffly effect. 500 GSM towel, made in South Korea, I believe. Let me double check. Made in South Korea, yep. And it comes in a 16 by 16 size. So let's go right into cleaning the glass. I like the 2-towel method typically, but I really want to test this towel as kind of a one towel in a 1-towel process. So we're gonna literally spray glass cleaner on one side and kind of do our final buff off on the back side and kind of keep flipping as we move along on this Tiguan. Haven't cleaned the glass in a long time, to be honest. It's kind of gross, so I think this will be a good test to see what this towel is made of. So first, let's grab our glass cleaner and spray and saturate that one side of the towel. I probably did 5 or 6 sprays, and then we're coming up to the glass. And we are going to start in one corner and obviously wipe that glass. Right out of the gate, man, it feels like it's a much thicker towel than I'm probably used to on glass cleaning, but it's nice. All right, we did that. We've kind of done our initial pass. Now we're flipping to that clean side and we're going down and just knocking down any streaks. It has kind of a grabby effect almost when you do that secondary wipe when the cleaner has evaporated, but it's really nice. And we're left with one towel, a crisp, clean, streak-free finish, which is exactly what we want. So let's move around the car and keep going. Again, kind of spraying initially into the one side of the towel. And I think, if your glass is really dirty and you have kind of that film on there, what I would probably recommend is to continually flip this towel so that your initial side where you're spraying the cleaner is continually flipped, and you're getting a new side. Because what I've noticed with if you're using just one towel, is that side that has the cleaner in it is going to get embedded with the dirt that you're removing, and eventually you're kind of just going to be sloshing that dirt around. So keep flipping that as much as you can until it's kind of spent, and then once that's spent and it's all dirty and gross, then that's when you want to grab a new towel. But that weave is like crazy. It's got like a very interesting feel to it, and I definitely do feel like it kind of cuts that grease or that film a little bit more effectively than like a traditional short nap towel. So very interesting technology, which is pretty cool. I mean, to kind of recap and just to summarize after we just did this, digging the weave, very cool. Definitely cuts more effectively into that film. Like I said, I'm usually a 2-towel method glass cleaning guy, but this was, we basically did the whole car with this one towel and it worked great. Definitely I kept flipping often so that we're never getting too much buildup of dirt that we're taking off on just one side. I think that's the key if you do want to use one towel. And then as soon as you kind of used all the sides, that's when you're going to want to grab that second towel. So if you have a massive like Chevy Suburban, you might obviously want to grab a couple of towels. But if you're in the market for a glass towel, this is definitely something to look at. Something I have not seen before. That's really intriguing, really cool. and definitely something to consider. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.